Asher Degree was not a troubled child. He wasn't rebellious. He wasn't known to run away. And he wasn't unhappy. Born into a close-knit family, Asher was described as kind, shy, intelligent, and deeply attached to his parents. He loved school, basketball, and spending time with his siblings. Teachers described him as well-behaved and dependable. His parents said he was the kind of child who followed rules, the kind who asked permission. Nothing about Asher suggested that he would ever disappear in the middle of the night. And yet he did. The night everything changed. It was a calm evening when Asher went to bed. No arguments. No punishment. No signs of distress. He shared a bedroom with his sibling, and by all accounts he went to sleep like he always did. But sometime between midnight and dawn, something happened. At around 2:30 a.m., Asher quietly got out of bed. He didn't wake anyone. He didn't leave a note. He didn't take his favorite toys. Instead, he packed a small backpack. Inside were a few personal items, things a child might take if they believed they'd be gone for a short time. Not forever. Then, without anyone noticing, Asher walked out the front door. Into the dark. A child alone in the night. This is where the story becomes deeply unsettling. Asher didn't leave during the day. He didn't leave after school. He left in the middle of a stormy night. Rain fell steadily. The roads were dark. Visibility was poor. Yet Asher walked alone, along a stretch of road no child should have been on at that hour. And he wasn't unseen. Multiple drivers later reported something chilling. They saw a small figure walking along the roadside. A child. By himself. One motorist said they turned their car around, concerned, but by the time they returned, the child had vanished into the darkness. Another witness reported seeing a child matching Asher's description walking calmly, as if he knew exactly where he was going. That detail has haunted investigators ever since. Where was he going? And who, if anyone, was waiting for him? The morning panic. When morning came, Asher was gone. His parents initially thought he was still asleep, until they noticed the bed untouched, the backpack missing, the front door unlocked. Panic set in instantly. Police were called. Search teams mobilized. Neighbors joined in. What followed was one of the largest search efforts the area had ever seen. Dogs tracked Asher's scent along the road, and then, it stopped. As if he had simply vanished. No footprints. No discarded clothing. No signs of a struggle. Just silence. Disturbing discoveries. Months later, a discovery would reopen old wounds. Construction workers found a backpack buried near a construction site miles away. Inside were items later confirmed to belong to Asher. The bag had been carefully placed, not tossed. This was no accident. Someone had handled it. Someone had hidden it. But by the time it was found, crucial evidence was gone. Time had erased fingerprints. Rain had destroyed DNA. The trail went cold once again. Theories that refused to die. Over the years, countless theories have emerged, each more chilling than the last. Theory 1, the planned escape. Some believe Asher left on purpose, that he planned to meet someone he trusted. Possibly an adult who had gained his confidence. But if that's true, who was it? And how long had they been communicating? Theory 2, a crime of opportunity. Others believe Asher was vulnerable, a child alone in the dark, and crossed paths with the wrong person. A passing car. A predator. A moment of misplaced trust. One mistake. One life altered forever. Theory 3, something more sinister. Some investigators quietly admit the case doesn't feel random. Asher walked with purpose. He left calmly. He didn't appear frightened. It's as if he believed he was safe. And that may be the most terrifying detail of all. A family left behind. As the years passed, Asher's family never gave up. They kept his room intact. They celebrated his birthdays. They waited. Every phone call carried hope and dread. Every knock on the door raised the same question. Is this finally it? But answers never came. Only silence. Why this case still haunts us. Asher Degree's disappearance remains one of the most baffling child missing cases in history. Because children don't just leave their homes in the middle of the night. Unless they believe they have a reason. Unless someone made them feel safe enough to do so. And that thought should unsettle us all. Final thoughts. Somewhere the truth exists. Someone knows what happened to Asher Degree. And until that truth is revealed, this case remains a chilling reminder that danger doesn't always arrive with force. Sometimes it arrives quietly, in the form of trust. Thank you for listening.